Greetings and welcome to the Southside Help Center Show. I am Mr. Cherry and I would like to truly welcome all of our viewers. Once again, we will be on for the next 13 weeks. We're going to be talking about a whole bunch of stuff. So please mark your calendars and check your schedules and make sure that you are ready to rock and roll by 4:30. So we'll be on for the next 13 weeks at 4:30 here on CAN TV Live. So please mark your calendars. We got a lot of stuff we want to go over and talk about what we got going on at the Southside Help Center. So please take advantage of each and every program that we have. And we know that programs come and go so often, but we want to make sure that we take advantage of any of those programs that we have, definitely that'll benefit us and our families. Before we go any further, I want to make sure that I pay homage to Miss Betty Smith. She is the founder of the Southside Help Center. She founded the agency back in 1987, and this year we celebrate 30 years in existence, which is a really great milestone for a non-for-profit organization to have their doors open for such a long time. So one, we'd like to thank Ms. Betty Smith for her vision and allowing us to be a part of it. Also, our executive director, Ms. Vanessa Smith, please, we'd truly like to thank her as well for continuing the legacy of her mother and keeping those doors open and continuing to provide quality programs in the south side of Chicago and actually all over the city of Chicago via outreach and so forth. So we truly would like to thank Mrs. Betty Smith and her daughter Vanessa Smith, who is currently the executive director. Also, just to make sure that we cover, we do a lot of HIV prevention and education, which is where we started doing HIV prevention and education. That being said, we have linked up with a phenomenal organization. It's called AHF, which is the AIDS Healthcare Foundation. And through the AIDS Healthcare Foundation, we have really been able to spread our wings a little bit further. So we truly are blessed to be affiliates with that particular organization. The reason I mention this because of them, through our HIV prevention and outreach, and each time we identify someone who is HIV positive, we can get them in treatment and care within 72 hours of us identifying them, because we have two clinics now. One is in Hyde Park above Mellow Yellow. We have another one down on 26 in Michigan. So it is truly a blessing to be able to get people, once we test them, we don't just test them, we test them, educate them, we get them into treatment so that they can get whatever medication that they need and so forth. So we are grateful for that collaboration. We are grateful for that affiliation, AHF, which is the AIDS Healthcare Foundation. We thank you and we bid homage to you as well. One of the other things I want to do is I just want to briefly go over some of the programs that we have at the Southside Help Center, and then I'll introduce my two guests and what we're going to be talking about. But I'm going to go really quickly over to Southside Help Center website. You can reach us, www.southsidehelp.org, www.southsidehelp.org. You can go on our website, check out the programs that we have. So if you don't get the information with me today, please, by all means, go to the website, check it out. We just celebrated our 30th anniversary. We had Mr. Kenny Lattimore perform. It was a phenomenal event. You'll find other programs that we offer at Southside Help Center, such as HIV education, capacity building, youth services, and direct services. So please, by all means, go to our website, find out what it is we're doing, and come into the office and just check it out. We're located 10420 South Halsted, 10420 South Halsted. Our number is 773-445-5445. Now that we've covered all of that, this is a live call-in show. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please call in and ask those questions for us. The number is 312-738-1060, which is at the bottom of your screen. If you have any questions, please call in and get those questions answered. So today, we're going to focus on our youth programs. And the reason we're focusing on a youth program because we know school has just started back. We got our kids in there, and I always say, help us to help you. And we have a free after-school program at the Southside Help Center. So please go on our website or call the agency and talk with Ms. Bell and find out what needs to happen in order for you guys to take advantage of it. And one of the reasons that first let me introduce my two guests. I have, yes.
Jada.
And I have
Jade.
I have Jade and Jada Cherry sitting in with me today. And you guys are how old?
8.
And what grade are you in?
3rd.
Okay. I have Jade and Jada Cherry sitting in with me, and they're both 8 and they're both in 3rd grade. And the reason that they came on the show with me today because, as parents, oftentimes when homework and things of that nature come through, we who have been out of school for a lot of years now, I've probably been out of school longer than most, but that being said, It's been a long time. And also understanding evolution. What is evolution? Well, that's when things change. So we understand that things has changed throughout the years, and the math that I was doing back then is not the math that is being done today. Same thing with the social studies, and this is the age of the internet. So a lot of our young people are definitely learning differently and being taught differently. One of the reasons we wanted to focus in on after-school programs was because of the evolution. And again, as parents, we don't always know what to do or how to do it. And that's why when we talk about programs at Southside Help Center, after-school programs and tutoring programs, this is vital. One of the things I want to do is first I'll ask you, Jada, just briefly tell me about some of the things that you have that you had to bring home today, and explain to me what those are. This is what?
My assignment notebook.
This is an assignment notebook. So what do you have to do with this?
I have to get a signature every day.
Okay, so each day you have to get a signature. What's the purpose of the signature?
So that my teacher knows that my homework was did and that somebody seen it.
Absolutely. She says did they do that so that the teacher will know that the homework was did and someone has seen it, which is a great checks and balance. So, you know, they have to get this signed each and every day, which is one of those good things because the teacher needs to know whether or not the parent has seen the homework and, in fact, if the child has done it. So that's a great thing. What is the other notebook that you have?
This is my folder where all the things I do during school go.
Okay, so this is your take-home folder?
Mm-hmm.
And inside, this is where your grades go, the stuff that you've actually done.
Mm-hmm. My math, my reading.
Okay. And
any activities we have going on.
Oh, absolutely. Great. Well, we're going to take that out so we can look at that. And it talks about the activities. And also, I want you to explain this particular paper. If you can, briefly, I'm going to put it on the overhead, guys, and I want you to see if you can explain that for us, Jada. What is this that we're looking at? What is it called?
Mid-Module 2.
Speak up just a little bit for me.
Mid-Module 2.
Now, you guys are in 3rd grade?
Yes.
And this is called what?
Mid-Module 2.
Mid-Module 2. Now, you do know, I have been out of school a little longer than most. I've never heard of anything like this Mid-Module 2. Don't know what in the world it is. That being said, when the question is asked, are you smarter than a 5th grader, you can even ask me, am I smarter than a 3rd grader? Because half the stuff that they bring in, I don't have a clue as to how to do it. This is another reason why the tutoring programs the Southside Help Center offer are vital, parents, vital. Why? Because the tutorers are kids that are on the same level that may be in 8th grade, freshmen in high school and so forth, and who has done mid-module 2 and can tell you and help you to get this homework done, because if it come to me, it's going to be wrong. I can tell you that right now, because I don't know what in the world she's talking about with mid-modules 2. But that's just one thing. And this is why we wanted to make sure we started off talking about our youth programs and talking about these programs that you can take advantage of, because school did just start back. And there's a lot of stuff going on in schools that we as parents not only need to know, but we need help. So that's why the Southside Help Center exists. No, I need to keep this for here for me, baby. So that's why the Southside Help Center exists, because we know parents need help. So that being said, we want to make sure that we provide a quality after-school program. And I'm telling you, go in, check out Miss Tasia Bell. She's a phenomenal individual. She is the one heading up the youth programs. The youth programs, after-school program, is from 3 to 6. 3 to 6. Again, have your child bring the homework there. They have qualified tutors there to help them with the homework. Again, I don't know what in the world this mid-module 2 is. Just let me read it briefly, a little bit of it, and then we'll go over to you, Jade. Yes, if you can just read the first one for me.
This.
Yeah, read that.
Use the chart to help you answer the following questions.
Mm-hmm. And then
Aisha puts a 10-gram weight on a pan balance. How many 1 gram weights does he need to balance the scale? Okay,
now let me say this. Let me just see. She says that Isaiah put 10 grams of weight on a pan balance. How many grams of weight does he need to balance the scales? Now, let me tell you something. I don't know what this is. I know what it sounds like to me, but I'm not going to go there. But this is the kind of stuff that our children are bringing home for homework. And I'm saying that I'm sure it works. I just don't know how. So therefore, we're talking about why it's important that we get these after-school programs and take advantage of these after-school programs so that we're making sure that our children are getting the best quality of education as they can get. Now, let me talk a little bit to Jade. Jade, if you can kind of explain to me also what it is that you brought in for us today.
My clocks.
Speak up a little loud so I can hear you.
The clocks.
Yeah, talk about the clocks. What exactly is that?
These are analog clocks.
Hold it up so they can see. And tell me what it's called again.
Analog clocks.
Okay, analog clocks. Hold on to that. We're going to take our first caller and then we'll come back to you. Okay, caller, you're on.
Hi there. I just wanted to ask, I really enjoy the show, and I love seeing the young ladies on the show.
Thank you.
For the program, the after-school program, do we have to do some kind of registration, or can we just walk in?
You can just walk in, and once you get there, then you'll be doing some registration. Ms. Bell will then kind of walk you through the process. And again, that's why I say it's important that, one, go on the website and check out the programs, but two, come into the office and meet with Ms. Bell. Again, I always say as a parent, meet with those individuals who are teaching your children. So come in and meet with her and talk to her a little bit, and she'll walk you through the registration process. And again, it is a free program, so I definitely encourage parents to take advantage of it. Miss Jade Cherry was talking about, tell me about the analog clocks one more time, because she'll hold it up so they can see it. Now, what is this again?
They're
I'm going to put it on the overhead for you as she speaks about it. And then we can kind of get an idea of what it is. Okay, just talk about it for me so that they can hear you.
They're analog clocks, and they're not the clocks that tell you the time. You have to figure out the time yourself and write them on the lines here.
Okay, so what is the purpose of this? Is it to teach you how to read a clock?
It's to teach you how to read a clock and count by your fives.
Okay, so that's a different technique. They use monologue clocks to teach you not only to tell the time and also to count by fives. Awesome. This is really interesting stuff because, yet again, if I just looked at this, I wouldn't have a clue as to how to do this. So that's why we're talking about the importance of tutoring. Give me 1 second and I'm going to come back to you. Now, what else you have?
This is coordinizing conjunction. So when you do conjunctions, you have to take two sentences and add them together.
Okay.
At my school, we use fanboys, which it stands for all the words you can add a conjunction sentence together.
Wow. Okay. Now let me say that you explained that absolutely fabulously. And just in the instructions that you gave, I was definitely confused. Let me ask, do you know how to do this? Oh, she knows how to do this. And I say again, are you smarter than a third grader? Me as a parent, I've been out of school for about 30-something years, yeah, that long. And I don't ever recall seeing a lot of this stuff. So again, I value after-school programs. I am grateful to those who participate in those after-school programs and to those tutors who come to help our children be successful. Because a lot of the stuff that they're now getting, we as parents do not understand. What else you got over there? And then we're going to come back to you, Miss Jada. What else you got?
I have the social studies, and it talks about different things in the earth.
You got social studies. And this is the other thing that I thought about when we were talking about doing this show. Okay, we got social studies. Is I lifted up one of the book bags that these young ladies carry, and it seemed like it weighed about 40 pounds. And I asked her at that time, what is all of this? And there were so many books and so many subjects in there that it like kind of blew my mind. I'm saying all of that to say, as parents, please help us to help you by taking advantage of these after-school programs. Southside Help Center has been providing after-school programs for 30 years. As long as we've been in business, we've provided after-school programs. We have truly put out a lot of great youth, young youth that come out, that are now serving as police officers, that are serving as caseworkers and case managers and doing a lot of as school teachers who have come through Southside Help Center. So in the 30 years, we have been able to successfully put a lot of our young people into society, and they're very productive. One of the things that what we do in the city of Chicago, we know in the city of Chicago we have to deal with a lot of things. We have to deal with gun violence and gangs and so forth. I always talk about look at your child's schedule, look at what they have structured, what they do not have structured, and make sure that each hour of each day is covered. Because the less time they have to do the wrong thing, the less they'll do it. So I say take advantage of any program that you have available, such as the ones that the center offer, because we say let's take them off of those streets so that they can get as much information as they can. Let's take, we have to take advantage, and we have to be the ones to teach our kids right from wrong. And one of the things we always talk about is you don't have to teach a kid wrong. Like, really? You don't have to teach a kid wrong. It's automatic. We have to teach them to do right. We can't be at home sitting on the couch talking about what kids are doing, and we're not getting in the fight and making sure that our kids have quality programs, things that they can do, safe environments, and so forth. And that's what Southside Help Center provides and have been providing for the last 30 years. So that's why we wanted to make sure that we brought a couple of our youth onto the program so that we could talk about some of the things that they've been able to do. You want to talk about this a little bit? Let me put this on the overhead really quickly. Go ahead. Now you can explain it to me. I noticed you were tapping on it. Go ahead.
This is all these words.
Hold on. Don't turn it. Go ahead.
All of these words have the meaning of them up under.
Okay. So you just kind of have to figure out what each word means. Okay. Now once again, let me say again, this is 3rd grade. And I don't know that we had this much homework in 3rd grade. Social studies, science, math, clocks, and scales, and all of that. I'll be confused. I'm confused now. But again, I just want to make sure that we understand how vital our after-school programs are. You guys were a part of the summer program as well, right? Just talk briefly about what are some of the things that you guys did and experienced throughout the summer.
We went to field trips and we played a lot of games, and most of the time, during the daytime, we played it outside and we had lunch and breakfast.
You enjoyed it?
And yes.
What do you think about the summer program? And your experience, was it a good one? Did you enjoy it? Had a lot of fun? Just name 2 places that you went.
We went to field trips.
Yes, 2 places for field trips.
Haunted trails.
Haunted trails.
And skating rink.
Skating rink. And the reason we talk about that is because everything is not always going to be so tense. You have a lot of fun in summer programs at the Southside Help Center, but we want to make sure that after the summer and when school starts back that our kids are prepared. We want to make sure that they have the necessary individuals in place that can truly help them. And that's why we say come check out the programs we have at the Southside Help Center and get involved. This is a live call-in show. If you have any questions concerning it, please give us a call here at the station, 312-738-1060. If you don't want to talk live on TV, you can always call Southside Help Center. Our number there is 773-445-5445. Ask to speak to Ms. Bell, and she'll be able to give you more detail as to the after-school program and some of the things that they offer as well. I don't want to miss these things as well because it's going to be very important. We got a couple of things we want to show you, and this just speaks to the after-school program on the overhead. And this talks about the after-school program. It's called Bright. And we want to make sure, and it says Bright After School Program. So we want to make sure that our kids take advantage of it. And as you can clearly see, it says free. This is a free program, parents. Here it says, hurry, space is limited. Hurry, space is limited. It is so very important that we take advantage of all of these programs that are offered to us. We want to make sure that you take advantage of it. There we go. I'm trying to pull it. There we go. Thank you. We want to make sure that, yep. Oh, 3. Okay. We want to make sure, there we go. Thank you. Now take it back a little bit. There we go. Perfect. We want to make sure you take advantage of all of the programs that the Southside Help Center have to offer. Please, space is limited. It is a free program. Please take advantage of these programs. Y'all know if we don't take advantage of the programs, we'll look up and the programs will be gone. And then we'll be complaining or talking about what happened to them when we didn't take advantage of them. Parents, help us to help you get these kids involved in an after-school program so that we can keep our children off of the street. Southside Health Center provides a safe place for these kids, and that's what's most important to me, is that our young people be safe in a safe environment and a healthy environment and making sure that they can get what they need to be successful. It's very important that we take advantage and parents get involved in the programs that we offer at the Southside Health Center. One other thing we're going to be doing, we have, last year we had this and it was really, really awesome. It is called the Spooktacular Halloween Party. Every year we have a Halloween party. It is spooktacular. Please, please, please bring the kids out. Again, this is a safe place that we're going to have fun. It's going to be on Halloween, which is October the 30th, and it'll go from 4:30 to 7 p.m. It's going to be located 10420 South Halsted. Please take advantage of that. And I say that because this provides a safe place for our children, which is what we seek as parents. Where can we take our kids and it's safe and they can have a lot of fun, eat candy and eat apples and have a little fun, be scared and so forth. This is a phenomenal, phenomenal thing that we're doing at the Southside Health Center. So please take advantage of it and come on out to the Southside Health Center's Halloween party. And again, we did it last year and we had a great turnout. There were so many kids coming in and out. The party afterwards was spectacular and nobody got hurt. Everything went well. It was extremely safe. And we say provide our children with a safe environment, a safe learning environment, a safe working environment, a safe environment. And Southside Health Center has truly been one of the pillars in the community for 30 years. And I'm very honored to have been a part of the legacy of Southside Health Center and to be one of those individuals who have throughout the years been able to provide mentorship for our young men and mentorship for our young ladies. That is another component of Southside Health Center's program, mentorship. Once again, help us to help you. If you got someone who's young and they're in need of mentorship, call the center and find out what we got going on. We also have a mentoring program that I'm a part of called Grooming Boys to Men. Grooming Boys to Men takes place on the second and fourth Saturday of every month. We have phenomenal speakers coming in talking about it. Not only do we have phenomenal speakers, we got a gym so they can play basketball. The weather's finna break. Please take advantage of these programs, parents, and get your young people involved. Help us to help you. You know, as long as they have idle times, they're going to do the wrong thing. So help us to get them involved in the programs and make sure these things don't go away. Because if they don't use them, they're going to think we don't need them. And the reality of it is that we do. One of the things with these young ladies sharing their homework experience and sharing their school experience, it does so much for me because I know when I was in school, this was just not the kind of stuff that we did. So now that they bring it home, I'll be looking like, well, I don't even know what to tell you. You know, and it's not that I feel like I'm unintelligent. I've just never seen any of the stuff that the kids are now receiving. So it is definitely a different day. Things have changed. These kids, I gotta say, are much smarter than I was in third grade. And one of the reasons is because this is the age of the internet. And just with these two, they know how to work cell phones. At this point, cell phones and iPads and computers better than I. You know what I mean? And they really are locked in and plugged in. So I know this is a different age for our youth. I know this is a different age of learning. So I understand the evolution. The other thing is as a parent, knowing when you can't provide the necessary help. And I always say a good parent is this. Oftentimes when I hear some women say they the mother and the father, well, I have a problem with that because you're not the mother and the father, you're the mother. But what good mothers do is put their children in front of good men and allow them to help them, to teach them, guide them, direct them. And that's why I say it's so important that we find those outlets, that we find those programs that are quality and has had success so that we can put our kids in them so that they can help us to do some of the things that we need to have done. I know that I can't do this homework. I ain't even confused about it. So I'm going to make sure that I find somebody qualified to help my girls to get this homework, to get it right, to learn it, and so forth. And again, because their minds are like sponge, it's so much easier for them. Me, having been in the world for a while, it is not the same for me to pick up on stuff, so I ain't even finna try. I do my best, I listen, I learn, but I'm going to find the necessary help, get those individuals that I need to make sure that Jade and Jada gets what they need to be successful. So, is there anything you want to share with us before we go off air? Mm-hmm. What is this? Quickly tell me what it is.
Fall skating party. You can bring your family and friends.
It's a fall skating party. You can bring your family and friends.
On October 28th.
October the 28th. If you would like more information about it, please, by all means, give us a call at the center. Jade, anything else you want to cover before we go? Just really briefly, because we got to wrap it up. All right, so let's wave at the people. We want to like to thank everybody for tuning in. Until we see you again, we're going to make sure we're coming back. We're going to be talking about youth programs as well as the other programs on the Southside Help Center. Go to www.southsidehelp.org and pull us up and check us out, or come to 10420 South Halstead and check us out. Until we see you again, put up the peace sign, girls. Peace.